Bro, DC Nation, I just got done watching the penultimate episode of Superman Lois' final season, and guys, I'm hyped, bro. That episode was incredible. The ending, okay, let's get to it. So, in this episode, titled To Live and Die Again, we see Lex Luthor, played by Michael Cudlitz, who continues to kill it, bro. He is such a good Lex, but he now has an armored suit, which is actually steel suit, modified by Milton Fine, aka Brainiac, and he visits the mines from season 2 and he finds Doomsday. Doomsday is back. And guys, Doomsday has been incredible on this show. The whole transformation from Bizarro to Doomsday was so well done, but now they've exceeded my expectations, like so much. We see Lex kill Doomsday again, and for those who don't know, every time Doomsday dies in the comics, he comes back stronger, he grows more spikes, and he transforms more. So, guess what? When Lex kills him, Doomsday comes out of the rubble, back. And he is stronger than ever before, and he looks even more comic accurate, and I'm gonna say it, this is the best Doomsday has ever looked in live action. He looks spectacular, bro. Like, when he goes to Smallville, and we see him in the daylight, which I gotta say, usually CGI, there starts to be like cracks and you start to see the mistakes in daylight. That's why a lot of filmmakers do CGI at night. But Superman, Lois, everyone who works in the show, they are ambitious, man. They show Doomsday in the daylight and he looks incredible. He has all the spikes. He looks as comic accurate as you can get. I don't even know if a movie or any other TV show in the next 10 years will exceed this interpretation of live action Doomsday. Like, it's that good. 10 out of 10. Like, up to this point, I thought it was like a 10 out of 10, but they exceeded the score. This is like 11 out of 10 Doomsday live action design. It was so epic. The last 10 minutes of this episode, Lex in the clouds watching Superman go up against Doomsday for round 2 in an epic fight, and Superman with his ring on, which, cool little detail, he is fighting for his life because he's not as strong as he used to be. He's weakened. And we have John and Jordan protecting Smallville. We have a really great moment for Jordan. If you guys don't remember, this show began by talking about how Jordan has anxiety and he has problems to work through. But in this episode, when Doomsday attacks, we see Jordan in the diner and he comforts this old lady named Miss May, I think. I'm pretty sure that's her name. And he tells her to calm down. And he's like, hey, I've been through the same thing, but I've grown, I can help you. And it shows the developments of Jordan through all these 4 seasons, and it was such an unexpected moment. Like, when that moment happened, I was already hyped by Doomsday, Lex, Brainiac, Superman, but that moment was actually my favorite. Like, this show is ending, and they were going to go on for 7 seasons, so to see the showrunners and writers still find a way to get this show to a great conclusion by just having Jordan's arc complete here was good, and it gets me even more confident for the series finale next week. They're definitely going to stick the landing. We're going to get some epic fights. Lois versus Lex, Doomsday versus Superman, maybe the Super Sons, John and Jordan will suit up, maybe Steel, hopefully he comes back, like Brainiac versus Steel. I could definitely see that happening. And yeah, I can't wait to see how this show ends next week, an end to a CW era and end to one of the best DC shows of all time. Like, this season has been so good. Now, one more thing I really liked about this episode was the return of Bruno Mannheim, one of the best villains on the show. Like, his moment with Lois in this episode was very memorable. Just Lois telling him, hey, you put Lex Luthor into prison with a lie. How about we put him back into prison with the truth? And also, the actor for Bruno Mannheim, he is so underrated. Chad Coleman, he was on Arrow in the beginning of Arrow season 5, and he was great there, but he is incredible on Superman Lois, and it was cool to see him back one last time. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna be in the finale. He may be, but hey, if he shows up, I'll be excited. Like, dude, this show is so good, and it really sucks that it's ending. I know James Gunn has the Superman movie, and I hope that is a masterpiece, but I would love to see this show go on. Like, with Gordon Godfrey in the last episode teasing Darkseid, I would love to see how this show interprets Darkseid. Like, if they're able to bring Doomsday to screen in such fantastic fashion, like in this episode, imagine what their design for Darkseid would have been. Or what about the Toy Man? Or maybe a more like alien conqueror Brainiac. Not the Brainiac we have in this episode. Like, there's so much potential and so much the show could have did in the next 3 seasons. I love this show, and man, it's gonna suck when it ends next week. But I will be doing a series finale reaction, so be ready for my reaction video to the finale next week, and probably a short video like this one where I talk about it, like review the finale and give my final thoughts on the show. But yeah, DC Nation, tell me your thoughts on Doomsday's final form in the comments section. I really want to know your thoughts. I thought it was awesome, epic. But yeah, DC Nation, thanks for watching, and peace out.